Ever wonder why that lone wolf, the Sigma male, doesn't always get the girl? It's a question that sparks fierce debate online, but the answer is more complex than you think. They're independent, self-reliant, the kind of guys who seem to have it all. But what if those very traits are secretly pushing potential partners away? We're about to dissect the surprising reasons why the Sigma male archetype might not be as universally appealing as you'd expect. Buckle up, because some of these insights might just change how you see relationships. 1. Independence can be misinterpreted. One of the defining qualities of a Sigma male is his strong sense of independence. He's comfortable being alone, relies on himself, and doesn't seek validation from others. While these qualities can be incredibly impressive, they can also be misinterpreted in a romantic context. Some women might perceive this extreme independence as emotional unavailability or a lack of interest in forming a deep, connected relationship. They may worry that the Sigma male's self-sufficiency will make them feel unimportant, or that their own emotional needs won't be prioritized. It's a delicate balance, because healthy relationships do require both partners to be independent. But there's a difference between healthy self-reliance and complete detachment. Imagine you're dating someone who is always so consumed by their own passion projects that they're never truly available to spend quality time with you. Initially, you might admire their drive and ambition, but gradually, you start to feel like you're just an afterthought in their life. You find yourself alone during important occasions, with no one to share your joys or sorrows, and you crave emotional support that never seems to come. It feels like you're living in parallel universes, where your goals and priorities rarely overlap. In this situation, independence ceases to be a strength and instead becomes a wall that separates you from your partner. 2. Difficulty with vulnerability and emotional connection. Closely linked to independence is the fact that some Sigma males may struggle with vulnerability. Because they place such a high value on self-reliance, they may be less inclined to share their feelings, express their needs, or ask for help. This can create a significant barrier to intimacy in a relationship. Many women value emotional connection and open communication, and they seek partners who are willing to be vulnerable and share their inner world. If one partner consistently remains closed off, it can lead to frustration, loneliness, and a lack of closeness. This isn't to say that all self-reliant men are emotionally unavailable, but the archetype, as it's often portrayed, can lean in this direction. Think about being with someone who never talks about their feelings. Every time you ask how their day was, you get a curt, "It was fine." When you're going through a difficult situation, they offer practical advice, but never a comforting hug or a listening ear. You feel like you're with a robot, not a human being. You yearn for emotional support, but your partner keeps a wall up that seems impossible to penetrate. In this scenario, emotional connection becomes a distant dream, and you find yourself feeling increasingly distant and alone in the relationship. 3. Rejection of social norms can lead to isolation. Sigma males are often characterized by their rejection of traditional social norms and hierarchies. They prefer to live life on their own terms and don't feel the need to conform to societal expectations. While this can be seen as admirable individuality, it can also create challenges in a relationship. Relationships, to some extent, involve navigating social situations, family dynamics, and shared friendships. If one partner is completely unwilling to participate in these aspects of life, it can create friction and strain. Some women may find it difficult to build a life with someone who actively avoids social interaction or dismisses the importance of social connections. Picture this. You're dating someone who refuses to meet your friends or family. They avoid every social gathering, and when you suggest going to a party, they look at you as if you've committed a crime. Your friends ask questions about your partner, but you have no answers to give. You feel like you're living a secret life, where your partner exists in only one compartment of your world. In this situation, your partner's detachment from your social circle becomes a constant source of stress, and you slowly start to feel yourself drifting away from your friends and family. 4. The lone wolf image can be unappealing. The lone wolf image associated with the Sigma male can be unattractive to some women. While there's a certain allure to the mysterious, solitary figure, many women ultimately desire a partner who is willing to be part of a team, build a life together, and share experiences. The idea of being with someone who always prefers to be alone, isn't interested in shared activities, or seems emotionally distant can be isolating and unsatisfying in the long run. Relationships are about companionship, and the lone wolf image can sometimes clash with this fundamental need. Imagine you are with someone who is never interested in going out with you or trying new things. You try to plan a weekend hiking trip, but he says he would rather stay home alone and read his book. You suggest a romantic dinner date, but he says he would rather just eat pizza and watch a movie alone. You feel like you are with an invisible person who has his own separate plans and priorities in which you are not included. In this situation, you crave companionship, but your partner maintains a wall that is difficult to penetrate. 5. Perceived arrogance or superiority. In some cases, a Sigma male's self-confidence and independence can be misinterpreted as arrogance or a feeling of superiority. If a person consistently behaves as if they are above social norms, doesn't value the opinions of others, or dismisses the need for compromise, it can be a major red flag. No one wants to be in a relationship with someone who constantly makes them feel inferior or puts them down. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and equality, and any hint of arrogance can quickly erode those foundations. This isn't inherent in the archetype, but it's a potential pitfall if self-confidence isn't balanced with humility. Picture this. You're dating someone who always assumes they're the most intelligent person in the room. They dismiss your ideas, downplay your achievements, and make you feel like you're not on their level. Whenever you try to express your opinion in a disagreement, they interrupt you and try to convince you that you're wrong. You feel like you're with someone who looks down on you as an intellectual inferior, and your thoughts or feelings have no value. In this situation, your self-esteem slowly dwindles, and you begin to feel small and unimportant in the relationship. 6. Difficulty compromising. An essential aspect of any successful relationship is the ability to compromise. Because Sigma males are often portrayed as highly independent and self-reliant, there might be a concern that they could struggle with compromise. Relationships naturally involve give and take, and partners need to be willing to adjust their preferences, meet each other halfway, and find solutions that work for both. If one partner is too rigid or unwilling to compromise, it can lead to constant conflict and resentment. It's a practical consideration. Life with another person requires flexibility. Imagine you are with someone who is never willing to change their preferences. You always fight about where to go on the weekend because he always insists on going to his favorite place. You want to try a new restaurant, but he says he always prefers to go to his usual spot. You try to make plans for the future together, but he only focuses on his own goals and aspirations and does not consider your needs or dreams. In this situation, you feel like you are with someone who does not see you as an equal partner, and your thoughts or desires have no value. 7. Lack of empathy or emotional support. While this isn't true for all individuals, the hyper-independence associated with the Sigma male archetype can, in some cases, translate to a lack of empathy or emotional support. Some women seek partners who are not only self-sufficient, but also emotionally attuned and capable of providing comfort, understanding, and support during difficult times. If a partner is too focused on their own world and struggles to connect with or validate their partner's feelings, it can create a significant emotional disconnect. A good relationship is a safe space where both partners feel heard, understood, and supported. Picture this. You're with someone who never comforts you when you're upset. When you have a bad day at work, they tell you that you should just quit your job. When you're dealing with a family issue, they tell you to be strong and ignore your feelings. You feel like you're with someone who doesn't understand your emotions, and you have to look elsewhere for emotional support. In this situation, you slowly drift apart from your partner, and you feel like you're alone in the relationship.